Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and remember guys, this is for adults. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest to find all the photos that you want of these videos. What's up you guys, it's ZacJacDan back with another Every Super7 video. This one I'm talking about Every Super7 Godzilla Ultimates and ReAction. So let's start off with the Ultimates. If you haven't already done so, get on over to Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description or the card above, and get your pre-orders in for these Super 7 Ultimates Godzilla figures, Wave 1 and Wave 2, available now. So here's the first tease that we got from Super 7, and the fact that we were going to be getting Ultimates is a big old large footstep or footprint with water in it. The next tease was a hand with a burnt piece out of it and a tentacle there. So there is the first wave, 2 figures, $85 each, Godzilla versus Biolanta Ultimates. So here's Godzilla. You got 2 different heads. You got a plant that could be wrapped around his neck, a hand that is burnt, fisted hands, open hands, even more open hands. Godzilla has been freed from Mount Mihara, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake as it roams across Japan. Measuring at a monstrous 8 inches tall and 14 inches long, this highly articulated Toho Ultimates figure of Godzilla features premium detail based on its appearance in the 1989 film. Accessories include interchangeable heads and hands, as well as a battle-damaged hand and Biollante vine wrap to recreate their epic battle. This is no time to stop and smell the roses. This intricately sculpted, made-to-order Toho Ultimates figure will only be available for pre-order for a limited time, so do not miss out. So you got your neutral head and your roaring head. You got your 2 claw hands, your 2 fisted hands, your 2 expressive claw hands, and your 1 battle-damaged left hand. And like I said, you got your 1 Biollante wrapped vine neck piece. So there's your length and your height, 14 inches by 8 inches. And here he is with his mouth wide open. Got the plant right there like it's wrapped around his neck, choking him. So here's your Biollante. Anyone can sympathize with Dr. Shiragami's desperate attempt to preserve his daughter Erika, but tampering with her DNA was only destined for disaster, as evidenced by the monstrous rose hybrid that became known as Biollante. Measuring approximately 8 inches tall, 8 inches long, and 10 inches wide, with its vines reaching out, this Toho Ultimates figure depicts Biollante in its rose form with articulated vines and leaves, featuring premium detail based on its appearance in the 1989 film. This terrifying monster is a result of mixing human, rose, and Godzilla's DNA. How would the king of the monsters defeat a foe as formidable as itself? For a kaiju collector, the real terror would be missing out on adding this made-to-order Toho Ultimates Biollante figure to the collection. Accessories, a neutral head and a roaring head. You have 6 articulated attacking vines. You have 2 removable vine heads with posable jaws. You have 2 battle-damaged vine heads with posable jaws. So there's your Biollante. And again with that little tease there with the vine wrapping around and tearing into Godzilla's hand. So there are those 2 from this Wave 1 of these Toho Ultimates Super 7 Godzilla figures. So let's check out Wave 2. So who do we have with Wave 2? We got a Godzilla and we got a Mecha Godzilla. Toho Ultimates Wave 2 Godzilla from 1995 movie. Even the mighty Godzilla has its limits, and exposure to the high purity uranium deposits in Birth Island and the resulting fission reaction has Godzilla looking more than just hot under the collar. Measuring at 8 inches tall, 4.5 inches wide, and a monstrous 14 inches long to the tip of its tail. This highly articulated Toho Ultimates figure of Burning Godzilla is inspired by the 1995 film Godzilla vs. Destroya. Including interchangeable heads and hands and smoke effect accessories, this is one hot-looking Godzilla figure. Be sure to get this made-to-order Ultimates Godzilla 1995 figure before the chance to add it to your collection is extinguished for good. 2 interchangeable hands, 1 neutral, 1 screaming, 6 interchangeable hands, 2 claw hands, 2 fist hands, 2 expressive claw hands, and then you have 4 smoke effects. So there you can see how those smoke effects are used, kind of around his body and his arms and his leg. And there you can see his length and his height. Also in Wave 2 we got the Toho Ultimates Wave 2 Mechagodzilla, or Mechagodzilla 2 I should call him. Mechagodzilla, who has been created from the remains of Mecha King Ghidorah by the UN Godzilla Countermeasures Center, be up to the task of defending Japan from Godzilla and other kaiju, measuring 9 inches tall, tallest one yet, 5.5 inches long and 5 inches wide. This highly articulated Toho Ultimates figure of Mechagodzilla is inspired by its appearance in the 1993 film Mechagodzilla vs. Godzilla, and includes interchangeable heads and hands, the Garuda jet to create Super Mechagodzilla, and additional accessories. Even if you end up rooting for Godzilla in the end, this made-to-order Ultimates Mechagodzilla figure would be an amazing addition to your collection. 3 interchangeable heads, 1 neutral head, 1 roaring head, and 1 flight head. 4 interchangeable hands, 2 open hands, 2 flight hands, 1 alternate stomach plate, 1 Garuda jet, 1 or 2 jet thruster effects, and 2 forearm tasers, shock anchors. It's a pretty awesome looking jet back there he's got. There he is in flight mode, shooting off his blasters there. And there are the 2 figures from Wave 2. So far all 4 figures loose with their accessories from Wave 1 and Wave 2 from Super 7 Ultimates Godzilla. So return to the con. Super 7 Brian shows off the Shogun Ultimates. Got the shoot off arm, he's got the tongue action there. It's 8 inches tall, 6.67 inches long from the tail to the toes. There it is from the front. It's got a button on his hand to launch it. Slip cover. Not really very many accessories with this guy. And then he also showed off a glow-in-the-dark version of the same figure. Again, return to the con is part of what this was. Slip cover there. Got Godzilla poking out from the bottom there. There's his same exact size from the front. And there he is glowing. Shogun Godzilla Ultimates. And again, the hand does shoot off. And there is the difference between the 2. So here we go with their tease for Wave 3. Their Toho Ultimates from Godzilla. And they're going to tease us with Destroya. And there he is, Destroya versus 1200 Celsius Godzilla. So all burnt up. So here is your Destroya figure. $110 for this Ultimate. Coming to fall 2023. 2 interchangeable heads, 1 neutral head, 1 angry head, 4 interchangeable claws, 2 closed claws, 2 open jaw claws, and 3 juveniles. So you see there's 3 juveniles, extra head sculpt, and the extra hands. This guy is massive. See that tail, 14 inches long from the front of his horn to the end of his tail, 9.6 inches tall. And there is the package. This is the biggest Ultimates package that I have seen. There's a slip cover and the rendering of what it would look like in the package. Got his wings off as well in there. And here's some nice shots of him. Now this is announced for the New York Comic Con 2022. So his counterpart in this wave 3 is the 1200 degrees Celsius Godzilla Toho Ultimates, $85 coming fall 2023. All he comes with is 2 interchangeable heads. One is a battle damage head, one is a skull head. So check out this length, 14 inches long and 8 inches tall. He is all torn up. His arm is all skeleton too. That is crazy. And there is his package. It is also wider than usual. So there's those 2 figures and their accessories for Wave 3. And the packages with their slipcovers. And as a bonus, here's our reaction figures. So here is the Shogun figures reaction of Godzilla. You see the box it comes with, massive. It's not like one of the regular cards we were used to seeing. That's what it looks like in the box. This was a STCC 2021 exclusive. You also have the 12,000 degrees Celsius Godzilla Shogun figure here in that box. You see he's kind of got that orange look like he's burning up. We got the Super 7 Spectacular, kind of sort of still at home icon Godzilla reaction figure, glow in the dark. There you can see him glowing in the dark. You also got the first reaction figure on card here with the plastic bubble on the front. There you see the front and the back. 3 3/4 inch figures here. Here we have the Godzilla reaction figure Marusan Godzilla. This has got an L tail. If you notice, it doesn't have a J. I'll show you here in a second. There's the back of the card, soft vinyl. 5 points of articulation, 6 if you count the tail maybe. There is your J tail. So I'll show you here in a couple seconds here what that looks like compared to each other. Back of the card looks the same. Of course, I can't read any of that writing. But there is the front of the figure as well. And there's your comparison between your L and your J tail for these reaction figures. So like I said, collect all 6 monsters. I hope that they are more widely spread out than what we're seeing here. Maybe if you can go over to Super 7's website itself, you can actually still get them pre-ordered. But maybe they'll actually start showing up in Targets as well. There's the teaser for the 2 different Godzillas from 54 and 57. 3-toe versus 4-toe. There's all 6 figures on card. And out fighting each other. So starting off, here's the Godzilla 54. He has the 4 toes. You see the back of the card shows all 6 figures for this wave. Here's the Mecha Godzilla. Does have a tail. Rodan, with the spikes on his chest. Wings spread wide. Mothra, got the little ball there, the little orb that he's got. Jet Jaguar. And Godzilla 57. Again, this time it has 3 toes. So there's all 6 figures from this wave. And all 6 in package. So also for 2022 STCC, we got 3 glow-in-the-dark reaction figures. The 54 Godzilla, the Jet Jaguar, and the Mecha Godzilla. So there's the front and back of the card for the 54 Godzilla, glow-in-the-dark. There he is glowing. You got your Jet Jaguar, front and back of the card. Glowing. And your Mecha Godzilla, front and back of the card. And glowing. So not bad for the 2022 Super 7 return of the con. So New York Comic Con 2022 tease for reactions. You have this Godzilla figure here coming out of the water. And it is the 1954 Godzilla. can see him from the front and the side there. You can't really see the spine there that they had. But he does come with a oxygen destroyer. So again, there he is from the front. We also have some glow-in-the-darks for Mothra and Rodan from the New York Comic Con 2022. There they are glowing up. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave any kind of comments, hit that notification bell so you're aware of any new videos that I have. Subscribe to the channel if you're already, that thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Guys, don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. You can find all the photos that you want of these videos.